Welcome back to It's Not Your for. If you're new here, if you return back, welcome back. This year right here gonna be for my Aries, Sun, Moon, Wind, Triton, do not set in place from your chart. Hope everyone having a blessed and beautiful Friday. May God continue to bless each and every one of you all. Thank y'all for just being here, for watching, for liking. Sorry, y'all, my throat trying to close up. But I saw I keep clearing my throat. Hold on. Like they don't want me to speak. This must gonna resonate with somebody. But I hope everyone having a blessed and beautiful Friday. May God continue to bless each and every one of you all. Thank y'all for being here. Let me do this. I'm gonna do a disclaimer for all my videos. It's gonna be description box below too. But it's this is for entertainment only. Please use your discernment when watching tarot. Tarot has no gender. Flip, switch the roles however it fit into your life. Please don't make any certain decision about a situation. If you feel triggered, please don't watch it. If you would like to know more on your situation, please feel free to email me. My email be in the description box below. Everything is in the description box below. I thank y'all once again for being here. The message that I got was this is another Michael Jackson song that I channel. This one is Will You Be There For Me? The other one was Heal the World. You know, if y'all didn't watch, if some of y'all, I know everybody know who Michael Jackson was, you know, because he was an icon. You know, so Michael Jackson was for everybody. Michael Jackson was trying to heal the world. Michael Jackson was trying to make people love each other, make people work together. Like he gave to charity more than anybody else. He was a legend in his own right. Like I said in yesterday's video, I am a diehard love Michael Jackson fan. I always have loved Michael Jackson. He is way older than me. You know, when I first came into Michael Jackson music, I think I was around about, I didn't say it yesterday. I had to go back and think yesterday. When I got off the camera, I was like probably about 10, 11 when I came into Michael Jackson music, you know. So Michael Jackson was probably in his he probably was in his teens. He probably was in his adulthood. Sorry, he was way older. He was like adult by the time I figured out when I came into his music. You know, I was just a child. I was just 10 or 12. You know, but like I said, if some of y'all might, I don't know, everybody know who Michael Jackson is. So some of y'all might not. Some of y'all might just be finding out who Michael Jackson is. You know, Michael Jackson was a legend in his own right. You know, he had millions and millions of, I ain't gonna say millionaire, but he had platinum records. He had, so, um, he came out with so many songs. You know, he had so many albums. He had songs with his brother them. He had songs solo album. But you know, Michael Jackson was an impact. You know, he was just the person that was trying to heal the world, trying to make it a better place. You know, like you, Aries. You know, but that's the song that I channeled yesterday. Heal the world. You know, but today, um, song I channeled was "Will You Be There For Me?" But if y'all don't know, some of y'all probably already do know. Michael Jackson was born August 28th, I think 1950. It might, if I'm correct, 1950. It might be 1958. You know, but he was from Gary, Indiana. He's 50 years old when he passed away. You know, he died June 25th, 2009. You know, somebody could be born in August, you know, and somebody's birthday could be August 28th, or somebody's birthday could be June 25th, 2009, 1950. You know, Taylor Rushnet Lee don't, you know, he was born the same month as I was born the same month that he was, but I was born in the first part of August. He was born August 28th. You know, I was born like the first week in August. You know, he was born August 28th. You know, I was born August the 5th. So by the time he came out, I wasn't born. I wasn't born in 1950. I wasn't even probably wasn't even thought about. You know, I was born 30 years later. But like I said, I was born about 10, 11 when I found out who Michael Jackson was. You know, I danced to music. You know, I think when he passed away, I think I was 29 when he passed away. Um, at that time, but let's get into y'all message, you know. But like I said, Michael Jackson is an all-time favorite of mine, you know. And some people don't like Michael, you know. Like I said in my other reading yesterday, if y'all do not like Michael, y'all do not like Michael Jackson, you know. Please feel free to click off, unsubscribe, like I wouldn't be mad. Just don't leave no negative comments because over here, this is a high vibrational channel. This is a love channel. I love all my soul tribe. I love all my soul tribe family members. I thank y'all for watching. I thank y'all for being here. But just don't leave no negative comments. If y'all do not like Michael Jackson, please feel free to click off to unsubscribe. You know, but to me, I feel like everybody loved Michael Jackson, you know, but there's some people think that he was guilty of the crime that they tried to they tried to pin on him, but we ain't gonna get into that. Yesterday they tried to make a mistake, but you know, like, I ain't gonna get into that. I just know that I didn't like how they tried to do Michael, but the song that I chanted was "Will You Be There for Me?" You know, it's I ain't gonna sing. I'm just gonna read because no, I can't sing, y'all. It was, will you be there for me? Hold me like the river Jordan. And I will say to thee, you are my friend. Carry me like you are my brother. Like you, like, love me like a mother. Would you be there? Like somebody, I don't know if this is a friend or this may be a family. This could be you. This could be any and everybody in your end. This could be a family member. This could be a friend. This could be a comic family member. This could be a co-worker. This could be anybody in your energy. Aries, but somebody want to know would you be there for them, you know, when they need you, you know, somebody think that you should be there for them when they need you, you know, because like when somebody need money, they gonna always ask you for the money. Somebody gonna ask you like, would you be there for me when I need money, when I need a place to stay, if I need something to eat. You know, you always there for these people. You know, when they always ask for money, you like they already know they can always that you can always be there for them. You know, but just take what resonate and leave what don't. You know, and these people think that maybe you love this person. This could be a common friend. It could be a common family member. But you love this person like a brother. You could love this person like a sister. You could be like a aunt to their kids, to like a mother to their kids, like an uncle to their kids, like a grandmother, yeah, a godmother, or whoever to them, you know. And this person want to like he was always there for them, like whenever they needed something, like when they ever asked you for money, you always gave to them. Like somebody pet could have passed away, you was there for them, you know, and you know. Like somebody ain't having no good sleep because they don't need the most in your energy. You know, this person, you find out this person was a comic in your energy. They were lying and slandering your name. They could have slept with your person. They could have had kids by your person. They could have tried to pinpoint something on you. They could have tried um, try to make you a scapegoat for something. They could have been working with Agent Smith, these karmic family member. They could have been working with neighbors. It could be a neighbor. This could be a friend. It could be anybody in your energy. But when something happened in a person's life, you was always there. When their pet passed away, you was there. When they asked for money, you was there. Now this person ain't getting no good sleep. Because you don't find out about this person and their manipulative ways. This could be a karmic female. This could be a karmic female male to end up with STDs from their secret lover. They want to know what you always be there. Or when you find out this person, this could be your person, you were there for this person. Or this person was there for you. And this person ended up with STDs from their secret lover. They want to know what you be there. Like this person, you was always there for them. And it's a karmic in your energy. It could be a male, female. When they pet passed away, you was there. When they asked for money, you was there. It didn't have to be no pet. It could be a family member that done passed away. They could have got fired from a job. Like somebody could be and got fired from their job. Like this could be a celebrity in your energy. Or this could be somebody sees you as a celebrity. Or somebody treated you as a celebrity because they knew that you probably had money and you the emperor. Like you emperor sitting on your throne. Like you world renowned. Like you got the world at your fingertips. Like you hold the truth, you know the truth, and these people want to come. Like this person know who you were. You sit on your throne. Like you were very logic and organized, and you increase your success. And this person know that, so they gonna come rushing in. They gonna come rushing in when they need something from you because they mismanage their money. They done lost all their finances. They is like they done gave all their money away. They done did the most in your inch and around you. Their world is not there's not their world is crumbling. Their world is upside down. They took shortcuts and delays and by trying to get something and they ain't got no closure. They ain't they imbalance. The imbalance of what they try to do to you. Like somebody overindulge and they may overindulge in alcoholism and drugs, and they lost their finances. You was always there for this person. When they needed you, you always bailed this person out. You always help this person. Now this person ain't got no closure, because they got this self-defeat, they got this self and walk away that you done with these people. When you find out what these people were doing, you done with them. Like all negative talk is over with, but they got to surrender. They got to surrender and let go. They ain't got no new perspective of life. They ain't got no new changes. Like I said, they're imbalance. They overindulge in sex and alcohol and drugs. Their world is their world is crumbling. The world is upside down. They is defeated. They defeated. They got to accept and move on. That you done that whatever they tried to do to you in the past is over with. And they like you recovering your finances. And these people is left out in the cold. Like they gonna come ask you for money because you don't like somebody gonna come ask you for money when their finances is being depleted. Like you done left these people out in the cold. Like they left you out in the cold one time. Now you recovering. Now you doing good for yourself. Now you got success. Now you sitting on your throne and they see that. They see that. Oh, I was there for you when you needed it. Or when you when you didn't have nothing, and then when you return the favor, they done backstabbed you. They did the most in your energy and around you. Now they carrying the burden. And now they don't carry everything they done did to you, lies, slandering, stealing your inheritance. Now they're gonna try to come in and ask you for money, because they don't want negative talk about you no more. They know that you were there for them when they really truly needed you. They know you the truth. You sit on your throne. like you the king of soul, you making a head of heart decision, like you being truthful, being honest, you working on your mental stability, Let me get some names for you. I supposed to get some names for you all. Let me get now. So my name could be Brandy. Give me some names for Aries. So my name could be Jasmine. Sharita. Brandy. Like when you there for these people and they ask you for money, you there for these people. Now these people are looking like they didn't have, like they ain't getting no good sleep because these person could supposed to been paying you back money, and they didn't pay you back. They didn't give you what rightfully yours, They look Harry. They was like, oh well, she don't need, oh he don't need. Now they had so much negative talk about you. So yeah. So my name could be Diane, Sandy, Martin, Misha or Julie, Thomas or MJ, Missy, Sean, Helen, Raul, Albert, Charles. Some name could be Smith, Katrina. But these people are losing. They losing out, Because like I said, you the empress. You sitting on your throne. You empress sitting on your throne. You very logical. You will increase your success. You increasing your success. Like you got the world at your fingertips. Like these people gonna come in and ask you for money because they see you very successful. They see that you're doing good for yourself. Like I said, these people gonna rush in and try to ask you for money, ask you for help, ask you for somewhere to stay, because they ain't managing they ain't managing their money right. They giving it all away. They is extreme in how they giving and receiving money. Like they doing stuff to extreme to how they get money. They is not taking accountability for what they did to you. So they always want to know would you be there for them when they need you, when they want to ask you for money, when they pet passed away, if you find out somebody got an STD, will you be there to help take care of them? Like somebody falling in love with you, 2 of Cups, Archangel Raphael here. Like this could be somebody ask you would you be there for them, because they did the most in your energy. They see you as the emperor. Like these person could be young, they got left out in the cold. They could be increasing their finances now. But they is somebody is focused on the negativity about you because somebody want the 2 of Cups with you. So now they ain't not focused on the negativity about you. Things are not turning out the way that they expected for themselves, because they want the 2 of Cups. They want to rush in, and ask you for the 2 of Cups. Like they want to ask you would you be there for them, would you give to them, like if they ask you for money, if they pay, like you be there for your soulmate, this person know that you're an honest and truthful person, that you sit on your throne, like you somebody very over emotional, easily influenced. This could be a Queen of Swords, and this could be a King of Swords. These people had poor planning when it came to you, Now you have an empathy about somebody. Somebody come awareness about you, who you truly and rightfully is, and like they didn't think that you be successful at what they were trying to cause you in your life, Like I said, somebody could get fired from their job, and these people thinking about how they can come back into your energy, you know. We got Crow here. Like somebody could be passing away in your personal life. 12 to 12, spiritual growth and balance is here. You having spiritual growth and balance, Aries, because somebody gave somebody wrong information about you. Oh, like I said again, they plan backfire. They didn't plan right. It backfired. It was somebody that was dominant in your energy. You know, these people did the most to you. You know, they lied, they slandered your name. Now they want to know would you be there for them because they going through something. And Aries, you type of person, you empath. You always try to be there for people. You know, like just check out my other readings I did for Virgo. It may resonate with y'all. If you have Virgo in your chart, you have Aries in your chart. You know, you have Sagittarius, Libra, Taurus, Scorpio. But just take what resonate and leave what don't. I'll see y'all next time.